This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, Alex Cora rests several big hitters in his lineup. The Red Sox managing just 2 base hits from the 5th inning on. And they drop a 2-1 decision after they partied late into the night, Friday night into Saturday morning. With the loss against the Tigers, still things very much up in the air as to who the Red Sox are going to be on the road against come playoff time on Tuesday. With that, we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer and storyteller. Spent time in the minors calling games for Batavia, Wilmington, Staten Island, and Aberdeen. MLB on ESPN Radio. 6 college baseball regionals for ESPN TV. Covered the inaugural World Baseball Classic in Tokyo, Japan, and Scottsdale, Arizona. USA baseball events in Cary, North Carolina, Houston, and Minneapolis. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game, win or lose, on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Our Locked On Red Sox postcast also available on the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which is free and available wherever you download your podcasts. We are presented by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your first $5 bet wins, you're going to receive $300 in bonus bets to use across the FanDuel app. Download the FanDuel app today. We do want to hear from you. Yes, indeed. We want to hear from the first-timers, the everydayers, and our Royal Rooters as we talk about the Red Sox dropping a 2-1 decision at home against the Detroit Tigers on Saturday afternoon. 161 down, 1 to go in the Major League Baseball regular season, and then it's on to the postseason for the Tigers and for the Boston Red Sox.
This is what you'll be talking about.
It sort of dawned on me at some point when the Red Sox were down 2-1 in the 5th or 6th inning and they weren't doing anything against A.J. Hinch's bullpen. And things get very interesting here because with the win for the Tigers, they clinch a postseason berth. Now they're going to wait to see what the Guardians do later on tonight. If the Guardians win, they have the same record, just like the Blue Jays and Yankees in the AL East. They're going to have the same record going into the final day of the Major League Baseball regular season. The Blue Jays could pitch Kevin Gausman on Sunday. The Detroit Tigers, it's looking like they're going to pitch Tarek Skubal on Sunday. If it doesn't work out for one of those teams, and it very well could, then you don't have Gausman or Skubal for game 1 of the wild card round if you don't secure a division title on the final day of the regular season. Where do the Red Sox fit into that? The Red Sox fit into it if they lose to the Tigers. They've already lost. Tigers clinch a postseason berth at Fenway on Saturday with the 2-1 victory. They also clinched the season series as well. Red Sox needed to win all 3 to go 3-3 against the Tigers this season. They're now 1-4 against Detroit with 1 more to go. So the way things play out, the Red Sox very much up in the air. What you do know is the Red Sox are on the road on Tuesday. They're going to be on the road no matter what, but are they going to be the number 2 wild card or the number 3 wild card in the American League? We'll find out. Let's get into Connelly Early. Pitched well. And there's a lot to like about Connelly Early. He ends up taking the loss in this one and goes 5 innings for the Red Sox, but 1-0 lead to the top of the 5th inning, got into a trouble. The at-bat of the game overall, Jahmai Jones comes through with a 2-run single. And Early goes a full 5 innings, gives up 2 earned runs, takes the loss, his second. But when he walked Parker Meadows on 4 pitches, the number 9 hitter, to flip the lineup over to get it to Jones, and Jones delivered with a 2-run base hit that scored Dingler and Baez. 2-1 ball game, and that turned out to be the final. You can't walk the number 9 hitter in that situation. Only walk you allowed came back to bite him. Because in that situation, if you can get Meadows, you're out of the inning, and you've gone 5. Red Sox bullpen, again, totally 1 inning, and Chris Murphy does tip of the cap to Chris Murphy right off the top here. 3 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, did leave a couple of runners on base in the top of the 9th inning. But Murphy, 3 scoreless out of the pen, didn't have to hand the ball to Alex Cora, didn't have to allow one of his relief mates to come into the game in either the 8th inning with runners on base. So Chris Murphy, in a big way, first NESN reference, Dave O'Brien, Lou Merlone talked about it. Murphy knew last night, hey, I'm probably pitching on Saturday. Did he know he was going to go the final three? Maybe not. But he perhaps was tempered just a little bit in terms of the partying and bending the elbow and all of that stuff. There's some innuendo in there. But Murphy does a nice job because they didn't have to go to a third reliever. Lineup didn't do a hell heck of a lot. Okay. Some heavy bats in there, some heavy legs. Sogard, RBI single in the second. That scored Rafaela, who was in the starting lineup, Friday night's hero. He was in the starting lineup, but no Story, no Bregman, no Duran. And I got a kick out of seeing some of the images and the videos for the post-game celebration at Fenway Park. Some of the players, yes, bare-chested, going out to left field and celebrating with the fans, celebrating on the field at Fenway Park as well on Friday night. But Connelly Early, again, there's a lot to like here. 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, walked just that one. It came back to bite him because it was a 2-out walk that got the lineup turned over for the Tigers. But it's going to be interesting here, and this is exactly what Major League Baseball wants. An interesting final weekend of the regular season, and interesting and final game 162 of the regular season for all 30 clubs on Sunday. And still a lot to be determined. If Gausman pitches for the Blue Jays, if Skubal pitches for the Tigers on Sunday, and the Red Sox are TBD, I don't think it's going to be Giolito unless Giolito maybe goes 2 or 3 innings. We'll see. I don't know if Alex Cora has made that announcement yet or not. But if Skubal and Gausman go for the Tigers and Blue Jays respectively on Sunday, you're taking the ace out of the equation for game 1 of the wild card round. And the Red Sox, it's still up in the air. If the Blue Jays end up in the wild card or the Yankees, it could be possible you're going to Toronto. Could be possible you're going to New York. But if the Tigers somehow end up not winning the division and they have the season series against the Red Sox need the victory against Detroit on Sunday. Both teams are in. But if the Red Sox don't want to go to Detroit and the seedings, you're going on the road anyway. So if you're that number 3 wild card or the number 6 seed overall, I don't know what it matters for the Red Sox, but the Red Sox could possibly be going to Detroit. We'll find out. Alex Cora is on NESN right now in his post-game press conference. Don't have the sound up talking to you. But from Friday into Saturday, like a lot that happened with the Red Sox, of course, celebrating it. And you didn't have to go into the weekend. That was a big point that I made on the Locked On Red Sox postcast Friday night as the Red Sox took the finale. Or took the opener, pardon me. Didn't have to worry about Saturday or Sunday. But the seeding is still up in the air. Connelly Early, it's going to be interesting to see what role he has, if he does have a role, for the postseason roster for the wild card round. We'll see. Willie Abreu was also in there. Needs at bats right now, right? Abreu, I believe, had a single early on in the game, but Red Sox nighttime this year without an extra base hit. 13 strikeouts total. 13, that's a big number. And for the second straight game, not a single walk. Those are some of the numbers of the day for the Red Sox as they drop a 2-1 decision. I'll give you a couple more numbers of the day. Some thoughts on Alex Cora. And we hear from you, our Royal Rooters, as well. It's a Locked On Red Sox postcast. And we are presented by Rougiet. Let's tell you about Rougiet. Hey, guys, you've probably heard of Viagra. You've probably heard of Cialis. Maybe you've even tried them. But if you're looking for something beyond the usual pill, it's time to meet Rougiet Go Long. That's where Rougiet Go Long comes in. This isn't just another ED pill. It's a total game changer for your confidence. Go Long combines 2 doctor-trusted medications in 1 dual-action formula so you can get hard and go the distance. The effects can last up to 36 hours. That's confidence all day, all night, and even into the next day. The process is simple. You connect with a board-certified doctor 100% online, and if you are prescribed, you're going to receive your treatment discreetly right to your door. Ready to level up your confidence in the bedroom? Head to Rougiet.com. That's RUGIET.com. Use promo code LOCKEDONMLB. You'll receive 15% off on your first order. That's Rougiet, RUGIET.com. Promo code LOCKEDONMLB. Make sure to use our code so they know that we sent you their way. Locked On Red Sox Postcast is also presented by FanDuel. NFL season certainly underway. FanDuel making it sure that you are ready for kickoff with can't-miss offers like this one. Right now, new customers can bet just $5. And if your first $5 bet wins, you're going to receive $300 in bonus bets that you can use across the FanDuel app. You're going to love using FanDuel because it fits however you like to bet. Player props, building a same-game parlay, or even jumping in as the action unfolds. It makes every game more exciting, whether you're watching your team or just keeping an eye on your fantasy lineup. It's quick, easy, and the best way to add a little more energy to Sunday. So, are you ready to play? Download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com to place your first $5 bet. If that first $5 bet wins, you're going to receive $300 in bonus bets to use across the FanDuel app. We'll hear from you, our Royal Rooters, in just a moment. Reminder, you can catch up with all the latest Red Sox headlines. Gabby Malgenian has you covered Monday through Friday. Locked On Red Sox podcast available wherever you get your podcast. So the Red Sox, a 2-1 loss, a 27th one-run loss of the season for the Red Sox. They get a run early on. Detroit 2 in the 5th inning, and they managed to pick up the victory. I was just thinking 8th inning, 9th inning, one guy, a batter up there for the Red Sox. They tie the game up. They didn't mail this one in, but to a certain degree, it's the game after you've clinched a playoff berth. First one since 2021. Or there's some hangovers in the lineup, probably. The pitchers, for the most part, doing the job. Peyton Tolley again out of the bullpen. Like Early, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Peyton Tolley come playoffs Monday, workout on the road in the visiting ballpark, series underway. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, best 2 out of 3. And that's going to be for all of the wild card round. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, open date on the schedule Friday next week. And then the best of 5 divisional rounds underway. I believe they stagger them. That would be on Friday and Saturday. So the 2 teams that get the byes, and then you've got 2 wild card rounds in each, the American League and the National League as well. So Red Sox hitters striking out 13 times in the game. That's a lot of strikeouts. Did not walk a single time. That's a second straight game they failed to draw a walk. And the 10th time this season, by the way, 3-7. When the Red Sox got their run, again, this is a small thing. I don't know that it carries over at all. But in that second inning, Rafaela leadoff base hit. Low pops up. Narvaez a single, first and second. 1 out. Nate Eaton. This is what you need in the playoffs. Nate Eaton, a fly ball deep enough to right field. Pardon me. Ball was caught. Rafaela tags, goes to third, scores on the single by Sogard. Now, Sogard, that single that he got, with 2 outs, Rafaela off and running. I don't know that he scores there. But again, Eaton did his job. He got the runner over. That's going to be huge in the postseason. Every time you have an opportunity to move a runner along, that is big. And if you don't, it's going to be magnified that much more. And we're all going to say the same thing. Happened all the time in the regular season. Why should we really think anything else should change? You need to come through in those situations. Couple thoughts on Alex Cora, then we get into you. Hey, Ceddanne Rafaela, we know the game was on Apple TV. Dave O'Brien, Lou Merloni, who was vocal on social media, they didn't have the broadcast Friday night. It was an Apple TV broadcast. It's been known for weeks, maybe months. I don't know how far out they have the schedule. Wish Dave O'Brien was able to call the game winner with Ceddanne Rafaela's RBI triple in the bottom of the 9th inning Friday night as they clinched a playoff berth. But Apple TV, as they were interviewing Ceddanne Rafaela after the game, Alex Cora came up, and Ceddanne Rafaela saying, Alex Cora always tells me to keep my head up. Keep my head up. They hugged, they embraced, a long embrace. You just saw the relationship that Alex Cora has with not only Ceddanne Rafaela, but a majority. Is it every guy in the locker room? Maybe not. But a majority of them. Certainly, every single guy has to have respect for Alex Cora as the manager of the Red Sox. In the postseason as the Red Sox manager for the 3rd time during his tenure. But just that moment with Ceddanne Rafaela. And Ceddanne Rafaela, the more you hear him talk, has a wonderful grasp of the English language. I just love the guy that much more in the Red Sox lineup. You want to see him Next year, you talk about what kind of numbers Roman Anthony could put up next year. Ceddanne Rafaela is going to win a Gold Glove in 2025. And his numbers overall are going to be good for the year, but just the prolonged slumps that he's been in. But just keep your head up and then embrace with Alex Cora. That tells you all you need to know about Alex Cora. People want to lambaste him, think they're a better manager, could manage this baseball team. No. Right guy, right place. Said it when he signed the contract after the All-Star break last July, when the team was on the road and got absolutely hammered by the Colorado Rockies. You can go back and look at that final score. Let's hear from you, our Royal Rooters. Get into it here. Not a lot of comments, and that's perfectly fine, but I'm going to give you a number of the day right here. 3,200 plus downloads and views of the Locked On Red Sox postcast on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel from Friday. That's a big number. We love it. We say thank you very much to you, the Royal Rooters, and the supporters of the Locked On Red Sox postcast. As we're going to the postseason for the first time. It's going to be a lot of fun. Who is our leadoff hitter? It is Andrew the GOAT. Thank you, Connelly Early, for losing the game for the Red Sox today. He gave up 2 runs over 5 innings. We don't qualify that as a quality outing, but he did a decent job. I mean, he retired 13 in a row after he gave up a single to the leadoff hitter Jones in the first inning. Did he run out of gas? Perhaps. That 2-out walk, as I said in segment number 1, that cost him. You scored 1 run, and you had just 2 base hits from the 5th inning on. Lack of offense, too. You scored just 1 run for your starter. George, well, Early pitched well, but bats were silent. Yes. Thank you, George. George and I, Andrew, hope you heard that. Martin, the loss is good. Detroit will have to burn Skubal tomorrow and won't have him for game 1. Yeah, that's certainly a scenario there for the Red Sox, but they could be that number 3. You're on the road anyway, right? Sound like Lou Merlone dropping the right there. Yeah, I guess it's just a matter of who you want to face. If they're going to burn Gausman for the Blue Jays and Skubal for Detroit, you want to face one of those teams. You don't want to face the Yankees because they're lined up. They'll have Heel going in their series regular season finale on Sunday against Baltimore. They'll be looking for the series sweep. Schlittler pitched well, but you've got it set up for the Yankees right now with Fried and Rodon the first 2 games of that series. So, Eric, I agree with you. The Red Sox are still in the playoffs. Stay positive, my friends. That from Eric. But Martin, going back, the loss is good. Detroit, yeah, they're going for a division title. They're in now. Astros are out. Cool, Genuine Phil. Red Sox hung over from last night. That's why they lost. Wink, wink, but Cool, Genuine Phil said it out loud. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. 100%. Cora gave Early a AAA team lineup is my number 2. That from Jules. Yeah, he did. Yeah, but again, it's okay. Yes, they partied hard. Yes. I'm perfectly fine with it. We'll see who's in the lineup on Sunday as well. I would think Bregman, Story, and Jarren Duran are all back in there. Maybe Abreu's not in the lineup. He's had enough time off. The Sox gave it to them. No intensity, not good. That from Alt777. Again, guys, this is a different game. You're in. You weren't in a must-win on Saturday. You're locked in. You're either the number 2 wild card or the number 3 wild card. Jules, George LSU going down. We're overranked. All right, now we're getting into college football. That's not my sport. Andrew the GOAT. Connelly Early might need to go back to the minor leagues. Oh, come on, Andrew the GOAT. Eric, it's up to Houston now. Who would you rather have advance, the Tigers or Astros? I believe the Astros are now eliminated with Detroit being in there. I guess if the Astros won the final 2 and the Guardians lost the final 2, then I guess they would not be. I guess Detroit simply clinched. Guardians win tonight, they clinch. And then the Guardians, I guess, officially then, and I don't have the standings in front of me. George, not good, Jules. All right, we're going college football there. Eric, what comes will come. I'd rather be in this conversation than talking about the offseason, wouldn't you? Eric, 100% agree. George, thanks, Steve, for all you do for the postcast. George, thank you. And thank you to the Royal Rooters as well. Okay, Astros are out. Okay, I think. Let me check that real quick. But I think that'll limit. I think maybe it would come down to 86-74, 85-75. Guardians win, they're in. Astros would be eliminated. So the Guardians, again, in action tonight as they take on the Texas Rangers. and that game is underway shortly, and it's actually on national TV as well. You know what we say right here. We'll be on within minutes of game number 162 and the final game of the 2025 regular season within minutes of the final out. First pitch just after 3:05. That's going to be the way it is around Major League Baseball. Want to remind you as well, I'll be on board with Lindsey Crosby, host of the Locked On Braves Postcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. We host MLB Game Night, and we'll have our final regular season broadcast together later tonight. MLB Game Night, every game, every night. We recap everything around Major League Baseball. We're on board with you, our final Locked On Red Sox postcast of the regular season Sunday. As the game goes final, we'll be talking about who the Red Sox will have in the upcoming best 2 out of 3 wild card series. As always, we acknowledge you and say thank you very much for helping us make this the number one place to hang out immediately after every Red Sox game. Locked On Sports, Locked On Podcast Network, your team, your Red Sox, every day.